So this perhaps I should maybe modify this drawing by saying that message is this box, right? So this message is just a variable like this which sits in memory and points to hello. One new thing I would like to add today is this. Number one, I would like to say that we could make a significant improvement in the declaration of the message pointer by saying that it's pointing to a constant character, okay? So if I would like to vocalize this statement, let me just select it and demonstrate what this is in here. Let's just paste this in and maybe update the font. Let's make it larger font. That didn't change. All right, I won't waste any time. I just hopefully you can see what's typed in there. So right here, to be able to vocalize a declaration of a variable, you can see this in larger print on my screen to the left. First, you locate the identifier, right? And you say message is, so what is it? And since we have just an initializer on the right-hand side, we go to the left. Basically, we begin our process of vocalizing what message is in a direction from right to left. And we say message is, and you can see the asterisk, right? So this asterisk is simply vocalized always in any declaration. It's always vocalized as pointer is, or I can say a pointer to what? And you keep going in the direction from right to left, and you say it's a pointer to const, and const is simply a pointer to a constant. And of course, finally, we reach the char, and it says character, right? Character data type. So we say message is a pointer to a constant character. That's perfect because this is being initialized with this hello string. The string itself is always globally allocated, statically allocated a sequence of characters which are constant, in other words, immutable. In our Java class, we said that in Java, the equivalent of const is final. So in Java, the keyword that represents constant data is final. The keyword is final. In C and C++, the keyword is const, and you can see that it gets highlighted in the text editor. And then, of course, to finish our kind of like process of vocalizing what this message is, we already said message is a pointer to a constant character. Then we can also say initialized with the address of first character in our initializer and in string used for initialization in hello, right? In hello, which of course is the character H, the first character in that string, right? So the new element in this declaration simply is this const keyword, and this const keyword essentially modifies the declaration of a pointer message. Message is a point, MSG is a pointer to a constant character. And that pretty much signifies that any attempt to use this message perhaps to modify character H, like for instance, change it to X, another character like this, right? Single quotes are literal character X in our current encoding. Of course, I need to dereference the pointer in order to be able to assign to this location. If I wanted to replace this with X like this, then I would try a statement like this. And if we attempt to compile, if I attempt to save it and say build, then the result is that I get this error message. You cannot assign to a variable that is const. Essentially, what it's trying to tell me is that the message itself is a pointer to constant character, and therefore it cannot be modified. Any attempt to do that will fail. So that's something to remember. Now, if I wanted to make it possible to specify a string of mutable characters, I need to switch to an array declaration, right? So instead, if I said, oh, okay, I realize, of course, message is a pointer to a constant character. If I want to make it possible to modify hello string, I have to make it an array of characters. So once again, we can repeat our exercise in terms of determining what message is this time. If we go to our drawing, let me just redo this one more time. And I'll just simply write it up, right? So I can say that I have this char message, square brackets equals hello, right? Something like that, or close to this. And in order for me to vocalize what I have, I need to find the identifier first, which of course is the message. And I can say then that message is. And the next thing, like I told you, if you do have anything on the right-hand side of the identifier except initializer, you need to use it in vocalizing what message is. In our case, we do have this square bracket, set of square brackets. Then we can simply say is an array, because in declarations, square brackets can only be used to specify that this is an array. An array of what? And then we basically, when we say an array, we look at our square brackets and we already said message is an array of, right? Array, I can say over here, an array of. And it follows the initializer, so we kind of stop here and we say then a message is an array of characters, because char is basically the data type that each single element of this array will be holding, right? So this should be saying furthermore that message is an array of characters. And this array actually is initialized, right? We can say initialized because we can see the equal sign, initialized with what? Simply with characters H, E, L, L, O, and then of course the zero terminating character. I actually do use new line here, but not in this example where do my drawing, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters altogether. So I could have used 6 as a number of array elements over there to say message is an array of 6 characters initialized with characters H, E, L, L, O, and zero terminating character. But usually people don't do that because the compiler is good at figuring out, basically figuring out that the size of an array should be pretty much the size of this initializer. Now that we have this type of arrangement, if someone asks me what is the address of, say, character E, or what's an address of character O in this string, let's work with this example as well.